Welcome everybody to USA International Speedway here on Intensity Broadcasting and over on ESN and on E-Racing TV. My name is Josh Hall. I'm part of Intensity Broadcasting, and we're here tonight for the SESRA Dirt Season 3. Man, this is going to be a good one tonight. Anytime we have some dirt racing, it's always good racing, and that's what we're looking for tonight. Hopefully, nothing carries over from last season as Terry, excuse me, Tyler Berry is last season's defending champion. He's in the race today. Right now, he's at the top of the board, and a little bit of drama might spill over from last season. As John Batista is a little bitter about some drama at the end of last season. But we'll have to see what happens tonight as we see these guys out here getting some practice in right now. You see Jason Anderson, owner of the league here, and rocking that ESN paint job. And if you haven't already, ESN is part of the E-Racing Network. If you have a Roku or a Fire Stick, check it out. It's E-Space Racing TV. It's an app you can actually watch not just Intensity Broadcasting and the Rebels series and all our great series, as well as the SESRA and a couple other series that broadcast on there, but you can watch it right from your Roku or Fire Stick on the big screen. So we got just a few more minutes left in practice here. It looks like we got about just under 2 minutes before practice starts, and you see the top of the board right there. Right now, Tyler Berry setting the time right now with a 21:29. Jeff Ward not too far behind with a 21:40. Dylan Neitzel 21:41. So tight top of the board here. So we see Dylan Neitzel right now out on track. And this practice session, these guys have really slicked off the track already. You see the track getting nice and black and shiny down there. These guys are, even though it's just practice, these guys are already searching for grip around this track. Let's take a look at the race info here, and you can see not quite a paper clip, but pretty close. Track temperature really doesn't mean as much here, but you see the humidity is low, 40%, which means this track's going to dry off real quick. It's partly cloudy. It's closer to night, so nice and cool conditions. But the track will slick off and dry off pretty quickly as these guys, as I mentioned, already searching for grip out there. So we got about 30 seconds left before we get out there and get some qualifying. There will be no heat races as there's only about 12 cars out on track. So should be a good one though. 50 laps. No fast repairs. Unlimited sets of tires. Which I'm sure these guys will not be pitting for tires, as dirt you really don't really need to. Also, I see you guys out there on the Intensity feed. Got 2 people watching on Twitch, a couple people on Facebook. It's a new season for us, brand new league for us coming on as the checker flag is in the air and we're getting ready to get some qualifying done. See who can take that pole position here. Again, this is just joining us. This is a brand new league we have here, the SESRA Dirt Series, Season 3. If you like dirt racing, this should be exciting. We see Austin Hahn just coming out on track right now to make his qualifying attempt. Good looking Busch Light car. I like that. I'm a sucker for paint schemes. Everybody knows that. If you guys been following me on Intensity for a while, you know I'm a sucker for paint schemes. And man, that's a good looking ride right there. Dylan Neitzel. Oh, Austin Hahn, the first one to put a time down. Didn't realize I wasn't live. I apologize for that. Dylan Neitzel right to the top of the board with a 22.94. And you hear Austin really working that throttle down the front stretch, trying to keep that thing going in a straight line. Check out Jeffrey Godby out here. Oh, gets a little too sideways there in the corner. That's just going to kill time right there. You never want to see that. John Batista out on track, currently in second. So he comes across the line. And you hear these cars, they're really bouncing, really, I said, really fighting for that grip out there. Which, when they're fighting for grip, that's going to be some of your best racing. Tyler Berry out there making his first laps for qualifying. He's going to jump up to the top of the board, 22.46. Scott Fritz jumps up to second with a 22.92. And Dylan Neitzel with a 22.94. Couple cars left, not yet qualified yet. Jason Anderson just going out on track right now, along with Jeff Ward. You see Speed Neitzel jumping up to the 7th spot, 23.17. Jeff Ward out on track right now. You can see, look at the bumps as they come down the front stretch. Jeff right down to the bottom there, trying to hug that line, looking for all the grip he can get. Jeff is going to jump up to the 2nd spot with a 22.53. See if he can improve his time here. As you watch that car come down the front stretch, you'll hear it and see it bouncing. Oh, jumps the cushion just a little bit. That's going to slow him down. You see that car really bounce there through the ruts. And that time's going to go a little bit slower. Looks like he's just going to try to get some practice laps in here. Same thing, John Batista's doing the same thing. Just these laps aren't going to count for time. They're just going to sit here and see if they can figure out the track a little bit better and if there's anything else they can learn. Dale Ward, he's going to finish his laps as well. So it looks like Jeff is going to park it as well. So we're going to have about a minute left before we get going in the race. Again, format is 50 laps. Yellow flag laps do count. There is no green, white checkers and no fast repairs. So these guys, if they have some issues and have to get repaired, they're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. No free cars out on track. Again, this is a brand new series with us tonight. The SESRA Dirt Series, season number 3. Check them out. Also, if you haven't already, if you've never heard of us before, Intensity Broadcasting, check us out on Facebook.com/Intensity Broadcasting. We broadcast on Facebook, on Twitch, on YouTube. We're also on Twitter at Intensity Broad 1. So, yeah, go ahead and like, follow, subscribe. We appreciate all the love that we can get, especially if you like any kind of racing or e-racing, since Intensity Broadcasting does broadcast 7 days a week and a couple of nights a week, double headers like you're going to have tonight, because after this we're going to have the iOS Cup Series, and they're going to be taking on Hotlanta tonight, so that should be a good one. iOS is one of the original series with Intensity Broadcasting. This is going to be our 3rd series with the season with them, so it's going to be something to check out. I'll also be here on the YouTube, the Twitch, the Facebook, and on ERTV. So we got about 15 seconds before these guys hit the grid. And I'm excited to see. I don't know. We're going to have to see how these guys do the resetting of the track, or if these guys are going to be racing on a slick track. Because if that's the case, man, that's going to put on a great show. Anytime you have a slick track and a bunch of guys out there, it definitely makes for a fun time. I'm just waiting for this to flip over from, they got about, I'm sorry, they have about 3 minutes left in qualifying here. I thought it was a 5-minute qualifier. It's a 10-minute qualifier. So these guys are going through their drivers' meetings right now and getting ready to rock and roll. And once this qualifying session gets up, we will get the starting lineup for you. So again, this going to be a great race tonight here from USA International Speedway. Tyler Berry, so far on pole. He's your defending champion. But right behind him, Jeff Ward, not too far behind. So this should be a great race on a slick track, tight track. Looking for the opportunities, very wide. These guys are going to have plenty of room to slip slide and get around the track and put up some great racing here. And again, don't forget to tune in after this for the iOS Cup Series from Atlanta. Tomorrow night, the iOS Truck Series. Thursday night, we'll have some more dirt for you. Friday, we'll have the Original Rebels Xfinity Series. Saturday is going to be the Original Rebels Cup Series. Sunday, you got a doubleheader on Sunday night with the Original Rebels, the Outlaw Truck Series. And then after that, it's going to be the Original Rebels Truck Series. So they're doing their dual 125s this weekend, getting their qualifying set for their opening race the following week at Daytona. So that'll be exciting. Of course, Monday nights we have our iOS ARCA series. So, like I said, live racing, e-racing, 7 days a week. We got about just a minute left before these guys are going to get on track and get racing. Can Tyler Berry continue his hot streak after winning the championship last season? That's what I'm going to be interested to see. And a couple of guys see if that. I heard there was drama at the end of the season with John Batista, so we'll have to see if that spills over tonight. I hope not, because I don't want to see any, dirty racing, which I know we're probably not going to see. Again, this is my first race with these guys, so I'm excited to see what kind of racing we're going to have, as we got about 5 seconds before these guys start gridding for the race here. And we'll take a look at your starting lineup here at USA International Speedway. And on pole tonight, Tyler Berry. Right outside of him is going to be the 55 of Jeff Ward. The 14 of Speed Neitzel. In the inside of row number 2 with Scott Fritz. On the outside in the 48. Dylan Neitzel and John Batista. They're going to round out row number 3 with Austin Hahn and Tyler Horn. Rounding out row 4, the 5 of Jeffrey Godby will be rolling off 9th with Dale Ward to his outside in the 10 machine. And lastly, Jason Anderson and Len Anderson will be rounding out your field tonight here at USA International Speedway. As you see the cars starting to roll here behind the pace truck. So you guys are going to take 2 little pace laps here, and then we're going to get rolling. As the field is already slicking up that track. Looks like the track did not get re-groomed between the qualifying and the race. So these guys are going to be starting off with a nice, slick, bumpy track. That's going to make it tough for passing, but it's going to show some excitement for sure. You see these cars roll down the front stretch one last time as we get one to go from the starter. Pace truck will be pulling in this time by, and we'll be going racing. Tyler Berry on the inside, Jeff Ward on the outside. Who's going to be able to get the power down? Who's going to get that advantage into turn number 1? We'll find out as Pace truck's getting ready to take that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. And Tyler Berry's going to lead him down to the green flag. We're about to go dirt racing here at USA International Speedway. Pace truck is off. Green flag's in the air. And we're racing here for Season 3. And a great jump for Tyler Berry all the way down to the bottom. You see Jeff Ward slide up a little high, missing that cushion just a little bit. They're 3 wide behind him. As we see the 14 of Speed Neitzel being at the bottom of the track, getting that advantage off the corner. And some great battling all over the track. Tyler Berry starting to check out. And we've got these cars just bouncing all over the place down the front stretch, side by side. This is for 4th place between Speed Neitzel. Oh, Speed Neitzel makes some contact with the 11 of Tyler Horn. He goes into the wall, but he's going to continue on. And you see these guys already searching for the grip. Some cars running way high, some cars running real low. John Batista already up 2 spots, up into the 4th spot. Jeffrey Godby up 3 spots already since the drop of the green flag. And Jeff Ward is trying to reel in Tyler Berry here. Tyler all the way down on the grass trying to find some grip to get that thing to turn. We got cars running high, cars running low. Little battle back here between Speed Neitzel and the 5 of Jeffrey Godby. And it looks like Jeffrey's going to have the advantage here on that low side. Oh, Speed gets a little loose there. Slaps that outside wall, and he's having some trouble here. You see these guys hanging it out there on that high side. Looks like Scott Fritz under a little bit of pressure right now from John Batista. John's running that real low side, and you see Scott running that real high side. Now they both go to the high side here through turns 3 and 4. A little further back, a little battle here between Tyler Hahn and Austin Hahn. Tyler having some issues in that 11. We saw him had a little bit of damage on that left front, as you can see. We see Jeffrey Godby up in the 5th spot, under a little bit of pressure from Dylan Neitzel. See these cars bouncing all over the place. Trying to do everything they can to hold on to them. See that 14, the Speed Neitzel just getting a little loose down the straightaway, which is really easy to do here. Oh, you see the 5 that time, tank slapping it down the front stretch. He's under attack right now from Dylan Neitzel. Dylan all the way down to the bottom here, trying to see if he can make that work. He's going to have to tuck in behind here, but he's all over the back bumper of John Godby right here. Not too far behind him, though, Dylan Neitzel. I'm sorry, Speed Neitzel trying to come in as well. So you got 3 cars. And Tyler now under pressure from Jeff Ward. Jeff's caught him. I apologize, I didn't have the ticker up there, and I thought I had that up there. See where your favorite drivers are running? As we just across lap 10 here of this 50-lap event. And now Jeff was right all over the back bumper. Now he's fallen off just a little bit. The field's starting to spread out just a little bit as these guys, our leaders here, should be catching some lap traffic in just a few moments. A little battle in the back right now between Dylan Ward and Austin Hahn. Dale all the way down to the bottom. Austin right around that top there. He's doing everything he can to get around Austin here. While that's going on, these guys are actually catching 5th, 6th, and 7th in front of them. That's Dylan Neitzel, Jeffrey Godby, and Speed Neitzel. Great battles all over the track. Jeffrey Godby and Speed Neitzel now going at it. Speed's running that cushion. He might get the little drive off as these guys are coming around. See the 6 car, but I don't see a 6 car on my screen. Well, that is Dylan Neitzel. The 6 on your screen, the 28 on your scoring. But this battle continues back here for 7th, 8th, and 9th. As you see, that 7 of Austin Hahn now losing a little bit of speed on that high side, not really sliding it sideways. John Goodby was down on the bottom of the track. I don't know if he had an issue or if he just got loose or what, but he just lost a few positions. He's off pace right now. I don't know if he's having some issues or if he's just missed the corner a couple times, but it looks like he's got that gathered up. And Speed, slaps the wall there. That's going to allow the 55 here to get underneath him. And here comes Jeffrey Godby as well to that bottom side again. So great battles back here in the back of the pack. Up front, though, Tyler Berry still with a little bit of a lead, just over a half a second off Jeff Ward. And looks like Tyler's able to keep that thing hugging the bottom. Tyler just not getting the drive off. Or Jeff, I should say, is not getting the drive off that Tyler's getting right here. That time Tyler runs a little bit higher that time. See if he can find some grip as these guys are out there definitely searching for some grip now. As you can see, the track is starting to get really, really slick. As we take a look off the back bumper here, and you'll be able to hear how these guys are working the throttle, and you'll be able to see just how bumpy this track really is as they come down the front stretch here. Almost sound like stadium super trucks going down the front stretch there. As we're getting close to halfway, very clean race so far. Great battles all around the track. Looks like these guys in the back have started to spread out a little bit. They're just logging some laps. A little battle up front here. Actually, that's looks like some lap traffic these guys are going around. The 15 in the 05, that's Len and Jason Anderson. Tyler Horn now. This is a battle for 10th and 11th. This is Tyler Horn and Speed Neitzel, excuse me. Tyler's still struggling a little bit since he got that damage at the beginning of the race, but he's still putting the pressure there to Speed. As they come up on the lap car stays high and out of the way. Looking for the passing opportunity. See Tyler way up on that high side, ripping that cushion. Now he tries to get to the bottom side, tries a little slide job, makes a little contact. 14 and him go around. 14 up into the wall, and Tyler's going to keep on moving, but look like Speed did a great job of keeping that thing off the wall, and the lap car doing a good job of staying out of the way. I don't know if he's got a little bit of damage from that or not, but To see if he gets an opportunity to pay that back later on in the race. Up front, Tyler Berry now, his lead shrunk down to 0.4 of a second. So Jeff Ward is starting to make a little bit of time up. Take a look at the lap times between these two. Yeah, Ward is running just a little bit quicker each lap. But Tyler's going to have to do what he can to defend here, as now Jeff is all over that back bumper. Here comes Ward trying to tuck it underneath. Not going to have the run off the corner, but he's there. Going to use the lap traffic to his advantage. Lap traffic doing a good job staying high out of the way. These guys are coming up on the 14 of Speed Neitzel. Jeff Ward way to the high side, trying to get that cushion. Comes back down to the bottom. He's trying to find any bit of grip right now to show that he's got something for Tyler Berry, as we just crossed halfway. 25 laps to go here. Lap traffic doing a good job staying high and out of the way, but can Jeff Ward use that to his advantage? Can he use this lap car as a pick to try to get around Tyler here? As you see that front stretch really getting ruddy now as they come through. Man, if this was a real track right now, these guys would be shaking the fillings out of their teeth the way the track's really slicked and rutted up there on the front stretch. But here comes Jeff Ward again on the back bumper. Just not able to make anything happen. But you see, he's right there. Great view from the roll bar here. And you hear that car getting a little bit airborne there as they go through the bumps on the front stretch. And he's caught him. It's just a matter of can he get around him. And is lap traffic going to come into play as these guys are catching the 11 of Tyler Horn and the 5 of Jeffrey Godby. And they're battling right now for position 8th and 9th. But are they going to be able to stay out of the way of the leaders and not hold them up, as now Jeff Ward now all over the back bumper as they're diving down underneath the lap cars here. Also again, the lap cars do a good job of staying off the leaders here with just 20 laps to go. Oh, a little contact between the 5 of Jeffrey Godby and our second place driver, Jeff Ward. That's not what Jeff wanted. It has to slow down his momentum just a little bit. And that's a good break there for Tyler Berry. He's now stretched his lead out. Oh, we got one around. The 5 car around. Yellow flag is out. Jeffrey Godby going around, and that's going to bring up our first wreckage rewind of the night to see exactly what happened here. We see Jeffrey Godby here on the high side trying to get around the 11 of Tyler Horn here, and looks like Tyler just came right up the track, didn't realize the 5 was there, and the 2 of them make some more hard contact with each other. That spins the 5 right around down to the infield and right in the path of a couple other cars, and that's going to bring out your yellow. So with just 18 laps to go, that's going to clump the field back together here. See Barney the flagman doing a good job slowing these cars down. But Tyler Berry, who's led the race from the drop of the green flag, had a little bit of challenge there from Jeff Ward. Lap cars getting their laps back, their wave arounds here. Don't forget to join us after this race. At 9:45, we'll have the iOS Cup Series going off. That broadcast will start up right around 9:25. We'll be taking on Hotlanta for the Fortuna Iron 125. Fortuna Iron 125, excuse me. So after that, if you're looking for some good cup racing, check that out here on Intensity Broadcasting and ERTV. Well, it looks like we're going to get the field re-racked, restacked, and get ready to refire here as the lights on the pace truck are off. Tyler Berry does take that inside line. See if Jeff Ward can fire off here and challenge him for the lead on the restart. Who's going to get the jump into turn number 1 here on the restart as the pace truck's getting ready to take that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Tyler Berry's going to lead him back to the start line. Green flag's back in the air. And a great jump for Berry. Jeff Ward was caught sleeping as Scott Fritz has moved into second place. And now it looks like Dylan Neitzel awesome making a move on that low side to get around Jeff Ward as well. Here comes the 54 trying to make it 3 wide. That's John Batista. Tried to make it 3 wide for a second. They're back to double file back here, but Scott Fritz now moves into the second position. And oh, here comes the 55. Oh, some contact between Jeff Ward and Scott Fritz there. They keep it moving, going forward though, and here comes Batista on that high side. Trying to make something work up there. Also, you got the 7 of Austin Hahn back in the show here too. While this is all going on, it's allowing Tyler Berry just to check out a little bit. If the field's all clumped back together, that's where mistakes can happen. And Jeff Ward back down to the bottom, trying to get around Scott Fritz here. And not able to do it on the low side. I personally don't think there's enough grip down there on that low side to make anything happen. As oh, he almost slides up into the 48. Kills all of his momentum. And that's exactly what Tyler Berry wants to see in his mirror. These two battling hard at it. That's going to allow him just to log laps and pull away. Here comes Scott Fritz back. Jeff Ward back to the bottom of Fritz. But just not able to make anything happen as John Batista still ripping that high side right around the wall. Trying to get that cushion working. As we have just 10 laps to go here at USA Speedway. We see Jeff Ward now underneath. A little bit of contact between Scott Fritz and him. This is full contact racing at its finest here at USA Speedway. And here comes Batista. He's closed the gap now. Able to run that high side all by himself up there. And you can see how much better he's able to get off the corner. Can Batista do anything here in the closing laps? Here comes Ward back down to the bottom here. Not able to get alongside yet. Oh, 48 clips the grass a little bit. Got that car really upset. Had to check the two of them up, and here comes Batista back on that high side. He's gaining on him. Don't look now, but Batista could go around these two cars right now on the high side the way it's looking. Because right now he's coming quick. He's already to the back bumper of Jeff Ward. Up on that high side up there. Does he have anything for these guys? See him ripping way up there on the high side. While these two are still going at it on the low side. Trying to find whatever grip is out there on track. All this happening, Tyler Berry now stretches out to a 1 second lead. As we have we're going to see 5 laps to go when they cross the line this time. Batista now to the outside of Jeff Ward. Is it going to be the high side or the low side with the advantage here? Looks like that high side's got the advantage as they come through 3 and 4. Down the front stretch, see lap cars staying high out of the way. And while the lap cars stay high, is that going to mess up Bautista's momentum here? He's forced to go to the low side that time, but right back to the high side he goes, ripping that cushion, or what's left of the cushion. Come across the line, 3 laps to go. And Tyler Berry starting to get reeled in a little bit, but I don't know if there's going to be enough time unless the caution comes back out. As I say that, the caution comes out. Looks like some issues for Jeffrey Godby. I'll have to take a look with our wreckage rewind to see what happened. It looks like Godby, a little bit of a tank slapper there down the front stretch, just loses his momentum going into the corner, and the 14, that Speed Neitzel, just a little bit faster, misjudged the turn, got in the back of him. So that's going to re-rack the field yet again. But this time, instead of Jeff Ward being on the outside, it's going to be Scott Fritz. Scott Fritz got the SDK up there as the white flag is out. I forgot we will not have any green-white checkers. So that's going to do it tonight with the white flag in the air. Not the way these guys wanted to end it tonight under yellow, but great racing all around. As the checker flag is in the air. And your winner tonight, leading every lap of the race, Tyler Berry. With Scott Fritz and Jeff Ward, your podium spots. And if there's anybody who was glad to see that race end under yellow, it would be Tyler Berry, as he had a couple hard-charging cars right behind him. Take a look at your results here for tonight. Tyler Berry winning the race. Scott Fritz, Jeff Ward, your top 3. John Batista comes back with a great run. Comes back in 4th. Austin Hahn, Dylan Neitzel, Dale Ward, Tyler Horn, Speed Neitzel, and Jeffrey Godby round out your top 10, with Len Anderson and Jason Anderson coming home P11 and P12. These guys are going to get situated here on the front stretch in Victory Lane, and we'll talk to our top 3. Got Jeff Ward, our 3rd place finisher. We'll pull in our 3rd place finisher now. Jeff, you got Josh in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Man, great run coming home in 3rd. I know you were in 2nd most of that race, looking at the back bumper of Tyler Berry. It looked like you had something there until that first caution came out. Then looked like you got caught sleeping on the 2nd restart there, or on that restart. How'd the race go for you? What was your take from tonight?
Yeah, man. First off, congrats to Tyler. I knew coming in this series he's going to be tough. He was tough last year. This is kind of my sophomore season, so I'm hoping to have a little bit more speed, and we did tonight. We was able to stay right there with Tyler, just kind of, I was just kind of trying to watch him, see what he's doing, and waiting for my time, and I didn't want to see that caution. There was a couple times there I feel like I maybe could have got to the inside of Tyler, but he's running the same line as me, so it would have been tough to make anything happen. But yeah, on the caution, we ended up getting behind the 48 there and couldn't get around him, and just finished the thing out in third there and kind of stayed where we restarted. So we'll take third. It's a good podium for us to kick off the season here, and hopefully we can get a couple spots further up in the standings next time.
For sure. One thing I noticed is just how bumpy that front stretch was, getting full of ruts. I mean, it must have been a handful there just going down the straightaways.
Oh yeah, man, it felt like I was hitting ramps going down the front stretch there. So I tried to stay kind of in the middle of the racetrack. I think most guys started trying to do that because yeah, you was losing traction going down the straightaway. So it's a little bit of a learning curve whenever something like that sneaks up on you and the track changes in that way. But I think we handled it pretty well, and like I said, I'm happy with the finish tonight.
For sure. Well, anybody you want to thank? Any shout outs you got to give tonight?
Yeah, we'll thank Arctic Coolers, Conundrum Outfitters, Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Ale. Thanks to you in the booth there. Thanks to the admins that were in the race there, Jason, and just thanks to friends and family.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations on the third place finish. From the looks of it, looks like you'll be one to watch this season, and hopefully we'll talk to you again soon.
Yep, I hope we are, man. Thank you.
As Jeff Ward, your second place finisher. Let's pull in our third place finisher. Excuse me. Let's pull in Scott Fritz, our second place finisher. Scott, this is Josh in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, great run coming home in second tonight. Looks like you got Jeff sleeping on that first restart and able to get around him and just kind of keep him boxed in behind you enough to hold on to that second spot. Great run. I know you didn't want that yellow flag to come out because you were starting to chase down Tyler a little bit. But how'd the race go from your point of view tonight?
It ran pretty good. I'll take a second any day at this track. I hate this track. It's my worst track on iRacing, so I'll take a second. And congrats to Tyler, my teammate, on the win.
Awesome, man. I was talking with Jeff a moment ago. That front stretch was real bumpy. How were you able to navigate that when keep the traction down when the car kept getting a little bit of airborne?
There once I got by Jeff, I moved down a little bit, and it helped settle the car out a little bit, and I thought that helped me a little bit. I started to inch away from Jeff there once I did that. I think that helped a lot.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations on the second place finish. You'll be another one to watch for as the season goes on. Anybody you want to thank? Any shout outs you got to give tonight?
I gotta thank my teammates, T-Bear Motorsports, Wrath ATV, UTV, 605 Racing Tire Racing Solutions, and everyone for putting this on. And we'll go on to my favorite track next week at Volusia.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations again, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you again next week.
All right, thank you.
On the whole way.
And finally, your win. Whoop! I jumped in the wrong booth here. And finally, your winner tonight, Tyler Berry. Tyler, Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Josh.
Man, I was trying to drag him out. I dragged myself into the green room. But congratulations on the win tonight, leading it from start to finish. I know that looked like Jeff was running you down there in the middle part of the race, and that yellow came out at just the right time to kind of catch him off guard. Race was really clean for the most part then. How'd the race go on your side? I mean, you led the thing from start to finish, so I'm sure it was great.
Yeah, race went good that way. Jeff Ward really pressured me, so I was just trying to hit lap after lap really good. And, he was always getting entry, or every corner really good. So I just was working on that, watching him in the mirror, and just trying to find a line that would pull away from him. And I'm so glad that caution came out because I think he would have got me in the last laps. He was just getting quicker and quicker. But yeah, thankfully that caution came out, like I said again, and turned out for us. I know Scott Fritz had a hell of a run, and he was chasing me down at some points, and then I would get a little bit quicker than him, find different lines. And yeah, it was a great race in my opinion. Good way to start off the season.
That's for sure. And I mentioned it to both guys. I'm going to mention it to you. The track just really rutted up, and it was so bumpy. Not being able to get the traction out on the front stretch because the car was off the ground. Was moving down the right move there towards the middle of the race, or?
I mean this for some reason the straightaways and back straight always get bumpy like that. I don't know why. I think iRacing needs to update it because it's really challenging. But I just tried keeping that left rear in the tacky, I guess, and it started working down the straightaways because I'd pull away. But yeah, we just definitely need to work on the corners now with Jeff running bottom if it's down there like that again. But we'll work on it and hopefully get a few more wins.
Yeah, if you watch the broadcast back, you'll see that Jeff Batista was actually ripping the high side on that last run, and he was gaining on everybody. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, so you'll have to check that out. And but great race overall. Any shout outs? Any thanks you got to give tonight for the win?
Yeah, thank you. I just got a shout out T-Berry Motorsports, all my guys. Scott with a great finish to second. I don't know where he started, but I guess I don't know where anyone else raced, but they did pretty good tonight. Then I just got to get to Crow River Signs, Scott Fritz Designs for this wrap tonight and running second. Dynamic Designs, you for broadcasting. I got to thank everyone at ESN for throwing on the Steel and Jason. I love this league. It's always fun. Hopefully we get more cars in here, but we'll see how it goes. And then lastly, just got to thank my dad for coming and watching and my girlfriend Lizzie tonight.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations. I know this is a great way to start the season after winning the championship last season, and the momentum continues on the next week at Volusia.
Yeah, hopefully bring that momentum and see what we can do. Oh, I also forgot Wrath Racing ATVU, UTV. I got a shout out to them guys. Thank you.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations with the win, and I'm sure we'll talk to you again soon.
Yep, thank you, Josh. You have a good one as well.
Thank you. Man, what a race here at USA Speedway as Tyler Berry gets the win here tonight at USA Speedway in the ESRA series.
I'm not sure I understand.
Oh, as my Siri thinks I'm talking to her, I do apologize. But again, feel free to join us again here on Intensity Broadcasting. I know we're broadcasting on 2 places right now, but don't forget to check out Intensity Broadcasting because up next on Intensity, you're going to have the iOS Cup Series coming from Atlanta for the Fonterra Iron 125. So be sure to check that one out. Again, my name is Josh Hall, and for Intensity Broadcasting in ESN tonight, as well as ERTV, thank you for coming out. Join us, like us, follow, subscribe. Check us out 7 days a week here on iRacing with live racing every night. And as our boy Atlee Atman Weiss over at Intensity Broadcasting would say, over and out.